Thanks very much, Gael. And, Leader, can I call for an urgent debate with regard to the whole issue of repossessions? I mean, this is an issue that I, indeed, from that side of the House, commenced the debate on the need to prepare for this issue as far back as 2008. Myself and Senator Thomas Byrne moved the Family Home Bill in July 2011 to try and afford some level of support and protection to the family home. As we know, on that occasion, our bill was voted down by just 3 votes. Since then, between that House and this, we've had the Independent Mortgage Resolution Office Bill. We now have the Insolvency Service, which has had such a fantastic impact that it's done just 199 deals for people in terms of their debts since they were established in 2013. An interesting statistic, therefore, is to look at the number of repossession orders in Limerick. Last Friday alone was 208. So what we've done is facilitated a situation where the foxes are permitted to ravage the henhouse with the full support and assistance of the government of the day. As members may be aware, Deputy Michael McGrath, Fianna Fáil and the other House will move a bill to try and remove this veto so that the people have some solace in the fact that an independent body may be the final arbiter on when a house is repossessed or not. Again, Senator Thomas Byrne and I will later this month move a bill which tries once again to afford protection to the family homes of the people. The banks as institutions, while many of us have family members who work there, but as institutions, they are acting in a despicable fashion. They care nothing for the sacrifices made on their behalf by the families throughout Ireland. I'm dealing with one specific case, and not to mention names, but in the St. Bridget's area of Sligo town, where I myself have tried to act as a mediator with the body, the family, to try and maintain their home. They were given an undertaking verbally that they would be afforded the opportunity to avail of a split mortgage. That was not the case, and despite the fact that they've paid regimentally since the agreed sum of money, they've now been told, sorry, we intend to sell your house or you can mortgage to rent so that you can live there as a tenant in your own home, but you will lose all rights of ownership to your house. I have again tried to correspond on these people's behalf, but since then, IBRC, owned by the people, was liquidated. And that portion of that loan book has now been sold to some other crowd called Mars Capital. So the reality is, the government has to take some cognizance on this issue. It is now gaining serious momentum. We had one day in February where in Donegal, 271 orders for repossession. That's 80 more than the Insolvency Service have dealt with in a 2-year period. And this very day in the other House, the Taoiseach is saying, well, we're making progress and it's going to be great and we'd like to see more and we're disappointed we haven't, but we will. That's simply not good enough. I mean, you're making the autopilot of the previous government look reverse. You know, at what point, is the systemic nature of the Irish people going to be prioritised by the ship, which is government? I don't care who's there, but I care about the people and the neglect that's been shown for them. The banks are in absolute control. And again, I say, we have put the fox in charge of the henhouse. Not just in charge of it, we've told and facilitated him in ravaging it. Secondly, can I call for an early debate, yet again, on the issue of health? I know we had our private members' last bill. I know Minister Varadkar kindly made himself available. But again, autopilot in the extreme. Today we're talking about 25 million be made available to give millionaires' children free doctor care. Hello? There are 550 people on trolleys throughout the country today. This isn't new. It was predicted in this letter by Tony O'Connell in his 3-page letter back in September. So you're going to give money to millionaires' children for free doctor care when we don't have the money to adequately care for elderly and infirmed people in A&E? I mean, surely, you see the futile nature of these, votes-winning type proposals that are just ridiculous. Thank you.